Alright, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Chris again, back with another video. So this time I am going to teach y'all how to cook an apple pie, or I'm just going to go over the recipe to how to cook an apple pie. Either or, whichever one sounds better. But this is a really easy recipe. I've actually cooked this before and it turned out really good. So I'm definitely going to cook it again. Below in the description I'm going to have the recipe down there, so you can follow along with that one as well. This is really simple. First is all the ingredients that you are going to need. So people can make the crust. I personally do not make crust. I think it's not a waste of time, but it is pretty time consuming for the most part. So I go ahead and I get this pie crust. It comes with two, and it has everything that you'll pretty much need in there. So that's it for the pie crust, but obviously for the apple pie, you'll go and you'll get your apples. You can get whichever apples you want. Honestly, I prefer green apples, but I know a lot of people prefer red apples, so I got red apples for this one, just because I knew I was going to share the pie. You will get 3/4 cup of sugar, and then you can also put some sugar on the side because we will do that to top the crust. We'll have an egg for the very end, because we are going to use the whites to pretty much to coat the crust in there. And then after that, we are going to have so you can have, what is it, nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon. I right now have apple pie spice. I do have the ingredients as well too. So I kind of, last time I used it, and then I also used this one too. But I think either or works out. Honestly, I think, yeah, because I used both of them the last time and it worked some, so I think I can use the same thing again, just so it'll turn out like I did last time, because it tasted really good. And then you need 1/4 cup or 2 tablespoons of flour. So I got my tablespoon thing, and I got the flour that is right there. In addition to the materials that you need a pot. So this is where the apples are gonna go into, and then you'll put your spice, and then you're gonna like swish it around, make sure it's good, and you will then at the end put this into a bowl. So I got this bowl. This is a Pyrex bowl. I got this from Kroger. It was only about $6. Like, it's pretty cheap, and I know I'm gonna get some good use out of it. So this was really good. I thought it was gonna be like at least 15 or something like that. Honestly, I was surprised with 6. I don't know if it's because of the holiday season, but anyway, I got this. You definitely gonna need this one, and this is what we're gonna obviously put the pie in. And I believe that is about it. That is all we need. So we're gonna get straight into it. The first thing first, I like to cut up the apples first. And that's how we're gonna start off. So wash the apples off, cut the apples up. Once you cut the apples up, you're gonna put it into your bowl that you have. You're gonna then season, or you're gonna put the spices in there. You're gonna put the sugar, and then you're gonna wrap it up, and then we'll see what we can do after that. All right, so we're back. You wanna get about 2 cups of apples. So first, you wanna obviously wash your apples off. Doesn't matter what apples you get. Then you want to peel off all the skin, and then cut down the apples, and then cut the apples up. So as you can see, this is kind of the size that I got the apples. I think I used about 8 apples or so. So you can get around that range of the size apples that you have. These were kind of the size apples that I used, so that was why I used 8 of them, and this should be about good enough for it. Kind of measured it out in the pot, but I did that. I put the sugar in there, 3/4 cups of sugar, and then you use the 1/4 cup or 1/4 tablespoon of nutmeg, allspice, and all of that. But I used the apple pie spice for this one, and I just put the equivalent of that inside. And then you stir it around and mix it up, and then that should be good for what you need for the apples. And now we head to the crust. All right, so we're back with this one. One thing I did forget to add, make sure you put your 2 tablespoons of flour inside. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the pie crust inside. So we have our Pyrex bowl, and then we have our pie crust that is right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and put this right on inside. So this part's the easy part. All we're gonna do is lay it out. unravel it and place it inside and try to spread it out as much as possible. You kind of do most with your hands, but once you get it down in there, try to then start to spread it out. And if you want to, you can lay it onto the table or your counter, my bad. You can lay it onto your counter and then you can start spreading it out that way. You could add flour. I know I've seen other people do different things. This particularly worked out for me last time. But we'll see. So yeah, take your time. You don't want to tear too much of it. I know last time I made this, I had struggled because I had too much crust onto the side. So hopefully I don't have that issue. But we're gonna see. I'm trying not to put too much crust at the top because we are gonna let some of it out. All right. Some of this out. All right, so now that we have that done, we are going to then get the apples. We're gonna put the apples inside of here. Try to spread it around as much as possible. Fill up as much as you can. Alright, so now that we got the apples spread out inside, we're going to make sure that we go ahead and put our oven to 400. And then we're going to go and try to get the toppings right now. Or not the toppings, the other part of the crust to finish off the pie. So we're going to go ahead and get started onto that. So we're backing in. Small correction, I actually have 13 apples, not 8. So I don't know where I said 8 from before. But I have 13 apples. So I got the apples in there. And it looks something like this. So we have this, push this off to the side. We don't need that one quite at the moment. So now we're going to get the rest of our dough out. If I can get it out. Put in the trash. Then we're going to spread this out. Make sure you wash your counter, of course. Always make sure you wash, clean everything. You're going to spread this one out on here. Try to spread it out as much as you can. And you're going to try to cut the pieces in rows. So try to get about 10 or so. Let's see. I don't remember what I used that one for. Let's use another one. Alright, so try to get the corners first. Try to get that one off, and then you can try to go in a corner. So get about an inch or so, and we're gonna try to see how much we can get out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get that much out of it. 6. 7. I think I should get one more. Yeah, can I get one more? Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I got 2 scraps, which I could probably use for that one later, honestly. So we got this, and then now we're gonna bring our pie back over here. So let's get some pieces up. Move this to the side. Luckily these don't stick together, nothing like that. And so you're gonna lay it across the top, and you're gonna try to overlap each one. So I know it's gonna be, this is like the hardest part for me, to be honest. I just never get it together, really. So I'll lay do your cross right here. We'll see if I can get it together now. And then I'm going to lay do your cross over here. So I'm going to overlap it. So I'm going to take the first one and put this down, and then I'm going to take this one and then put that one down. And I'm going to do the same for this middle part right here. I'm going to take this one up. I'll drop that one. And still go over this one, and then take this one and overlap it underneath. And then one more time. Put this one down, go over the first one. Oh, shoot. And then I'm gonna go over this one more time. So that is a good way to overlap it. And then I'm gonna do it one more time, mostly on the ends. So let me try to get a smaller piece since this is towards the end. So I don't really have to overlap this one too much. Well, I still have to overlap it, but I don't have to go too far. So same way, I'm gonna take the first strap, I'm gonna overlap this one, and then the last one, I'm gonna overlap that one. So it's only gonna go over the middle one, and then the 2 other ones are gonna go below. I'm gonna do the same thing on this end. So I can kind of move this one down a little. Push it inside right here, kind of form your crust a little bit. All right, so I got all the crust together, and then we're gonna try to get this egg whites. Unfortunately, like I did not have, like I ordered a brush on Amazon, and for some reason, I'm assuming they just forgot about me. So I really can't even, like the worst part is I really can't like brush it over there too much. So I'm gonna try the spoon, which is really sad, but I'm gonna try my best. So come out good. And that'll be it for the most part. I mean, other than that, once we put it in the oven, we're gonna come out, we're gonna let it sit. Not let it sit, we're gonna put it in the refrigerator, and then we're gonna wait to eat it for the next day. So excited about that part. All right, so now we got to take it out the oven, and now the pie is done. Pie looks good. Put it in the refrigerator, let it chill overnight, and then you should be good to eat it. Serve it with some ice cream or anything of your liking. So yeah, if you like the video, please subscribe. Yeah, comment anything, like, subscribe. Yeah, thanks for watching.